How do you think the mood has changed at this year's auto show?
I think it's a little bit more subdued, and part was due to the volatility in the economy and maybe the stock market last year. The good news is we're seeing the year start off on a good pace. Our sales are up 14% in the first 3 months of this year, another record. We've gained some market share, but overall, I think the mood is improving. But coming off a little bit of volatility from last year.
This is the same question I asked you last year, which is about the diverging performance of auto markets around the world. The US in a good patch, but then you've got the disastrous South American market, you've got Russia, you've got sort of problems around the world, as well as bright spots. Tell us about that.
Well, it's the nature of the business when you have a multinational company doing business in many different parts of the world. In my career, I've never seen every region of the world actually doing wonderfully. So you have the U.S. and Europe, which are solid. They're having moderate growth, which is good. China, we're experiencing growth coming off of the end of last year and the consumption tax reduction, which has helped the industry. Russia and Brazil still very tough within our plan, but very tough, and we expect it to be tough for quite some time.
Lower oil prices have meant that you are able to sell more big fuel-guzzling cars, and which are more profitable. But at the same time, what does that do to your new energy vehicle strategy?
Well, our strategy, very simply at Ford, is to offer a full power of choice, a full lineup of vehicles. And I think this show is evidence of that, where we're introducing this terrific new F-150 Raptor, but also at the same time introducing some passenger cars and some NEV vehicles. And that's who we are as a company. Offer that full lineup to folks to allow them to choose what they want.
And Dieselgate, we are, I guess, concerned about this whole, Volkswagen and now Mitsubishi, and who knows, if other automakers have falsified claims about emissions. How do you feel about that, and what's that doing to your business? Are you benefiting from it?
Well, from our business standpoint, clearly, in the case of the diesel situation, we do not employ defeat devices. We meet all emissions requirements around the world. So from our standpoint, when we have issues, we jump on them very quickly, we address them. So we're just going to continue keeping forward and making sure we satisfy consumers and take care of them and address issues very promptly.
One last question, which is about your strategy to move to a mobility solutions company versus an automaker.
Well, overall, we're going through this very important transition in our history where we're moving from an auto company to an auto and a mobility company, which means we're going to continue to focus on our core business of designing and developing and marketing and manufacturing great cars and utilities and vehicles, but also at the same time aggressively pursue these new opportunities in mobility through what we call our Ford Smart Mobility Plan. Focus on the core, fund it great, and go after these new opportunities for us.